Hey guys, so I'm frustrated. I have just been seeing so much negativity on my news feed lately, and people not showing compassion to one another, people not showing empathy towards one another, just judging after judging after judging after judging. And it really upsets me, and it really worries me for what type of generation my daughter's going to be growing up in, because there's been all these things in the news lately with parents making mistakes, doing things that either cause their children to get hurt, to die, just making horrible mistakes, and mistakes that they're probably never going to forgive themselves for making, and are going to carry that guilt with them for the rest of their lives. And rather than people surrounding them with love and understanding and compassion and empathy, instead they are met with hordes of negativity and anger and judgment. I'm not here to judge them. I'm not here to say whether or not it's all their fault. I'm not here to say whether or not what happened could have been prevented. What I am saying, though, is that none of us were probably there. All of us only know what the media tells us. And guess what, guys? The media isn't always accurate, nor does it always agree with itself. You can get a different story by going to a different source. And we're not the jury. We're not in a courtroom. We're not being presented with legitimate facts. All we're being told is what the media wants to tell us, and the story they want to portray towards us about what happened. And so you need to start thinking before you start judging. You need to start placing yourself in these people's shoes and realizing that they are going through the worst time of their lives, and they deserve compassion and empathy and love. And yes, horrible things happened, and yes, it is incredibly sad and scary. As a parent, you read these things and you're terrified, because you're like, what if this happened to my child? And it makes you scared. And as a result, it makes you angry, because you don't want to believe that you could ever put yourself and your child in a position where this could possibly happen. But the fact of the matter is that we all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. And even if we don't make that mistake, chances are we're going to make another one. And some mistakes are bigger than others. Some mistakes cost us more than others. But regardless, none of us are perfect. And we need to remember that. And we need to remember that we need love in this world more than anything else. We need to show compassion. We need to show empathy. And we need to teach our children how to do that. What happened this past weekend was horrible. And everyone's been saying, oh, we need to show love to one another. We need to show love to one another. And then another child dies. And rather than showing love, you show anger and you show judgment. It's time to start doing what you've been saying that everyone needs to do. Change starts with you. Change starts in your home. Teach your children how to be empathetic, how to be compassionate, how to show themselves grace and love when they make mistakes, how to take responsibility for their actions and their choices and their decisions, and how to love one another. That's what we need to be teaching them. And right now, what are you teaching them with your judgment? What are you teaching them by hating someone that you don't know, that you weren't there for? You weren't there when it happened. You don't know all the facts. And so what are you teaching them? All we can do as parents is set an example for our kids and try to do the best we can. So what are you going to teach your kids? What are your actions going to teach them? Because they will learn by watching you.